Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming. Hi, everyone. Welcome in, Diane and Evie. I hope you're both well.
Hi, Diane. Hi, Evie.
Mary, I don't think you're on. The screen you're sharing isn't the video.
Go on there now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it had to be up originally when I added it. You know, technology we're not so good at. I'm glad you're good, Evie.
Just hang on. I'm getting it now.
No problem.
When I was setting my page up.
Hi, Danny.
I wanted your channel, so I had to go over and get it, and I kicked it off. Well, hang on. I'm getting it now.
You're live too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Mary's live also, so if you hear us say names that are not in my chat or vice versa, if Mary's chat hears names that are not there, because they're in mine. So we share this stream on Thursdays. We do it together. So today we're going to do, since last week we did spiritual, not religious, this week we're going to do what the New Age movement was and what it looks like now.
Send me the video again.
Okay.
I kicked on
Making
one.
coffee? Yes, you have time.
Hang on. I kicked on the wrong one. Let me find the right one here. I'll find it. I know you sent it to me, but I gotta go to the one.
I'm sure I can find it. I just got to go to manage videos here and I will share it with you.
Not finding it either. Hang on.
Whoa, that was weird. Okay. Nah, I'm in the yard, guys, and I swear to God, I just saw someone walk into the yard, and I was like, "Oh, it must be my son." And I looked again, and nobody was there, and I was like, "Oh, that was weird." All right, I sent it to you again.
Okay, yeah, all right, good. All right, I know we're on a goose chase. I don't know what I did with it, but apparently, hold it up.
Yes, Mary's hanging in there, so yeah. I'm in the yard, so sorry for the noise, but I did all this work the other day to set up the yard. So I was like, no, I gotta sit in it. So this morning I made it a point to come out. That's why I have two seating areas, because I made it a point to come out and my little reading nook over there, I call it, but it's really my little coffee spot in the morning because there's no sun there. And this is already hot in the morning. So I go over there in the morning and then I come here in the evening. So when the sun isn't here anymore. So the spirits are coming. Yeah, they're gonna come hang out with us. Well, you know what it was? I had a lot to do today, Diane. So I went to the bank. I went, I walked around. I went to my aunt's. I went and got milk. Um, so because I went to a few places and I walked down this one block and my ear was going and there was no one around. So I just stopped and I'm like, hi. So, to whoever the heck was talking in my ear, and it stopped. So I kept walking, thinking, well, maybe it's something attached to the house, or standing outside a spirit and just wanted to say hello. Maybe they were saying hello to the spirits. I don't know. So I was like, okay, kept walking. That's my normal. I try, it looks weird if you talk to yourself in the street, but if no one's around, I try to acknowledge that I hear them, kind of. I know they're talking. It's so gorgeous. The breeze is gorgeous out. Mm-hmm. All right. See, there we go.
What's this? I'm glad you're here. Hang out. Love you guys too.
Mm-hmm. I'm not awake yet. Yes, it's early for Evie. I got my coffee in, but I was awake early.
I slept for about 4 hours.
Oh.
I just woke up whenever I got on here.
Yeah, I was. I got up early for some odd reason. I'm back. I need a refill. Okay. Only 4 today, huh?
Well, let me share out. I didn't share out yet.
I shared, Messenger. I didn't do Twitter. And I didn't do like the Facebook groups. But I shared to individuals and the groups on Messenger. That's, it's easy. They're all in the same place. Just bye. So that's what I did. But we'll wait a few more minutes. Usually we wait about 15 minutes and then we start the video for, anybody who come in a little.
Okay, my chat box, on my channel, it's up, but I can't comment on it for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. But it's letting me on a computer, but not on my phone. They don't make no sense. I don't know what the deal is on that, but anyway. I'll share it out real quick and then we'll go from there.
Okay. And guys, just so you know too, I've been doing some work on the garden, and stuff, but I don't want to put it all in the same place. So what I end up doing is and now, thank you, Danny, too, by the way. Danny was like, you should make another channel, for people who maybe they're not into paranormal, they won't normally click on it. So I made the cooking and crafting channel. And then I made another separate, just like a New York City, like vlogging one. So if you're not aware, that one I show like some gardening. I show the birds and the bird bath, or whatever I tape nature-wise, or when I'm walking, or just around. So, hey, Freaky Geek, welcome in. Thank you for coming. So,
I'm still sharing.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Scott, welcome in.
Hi, Scott. And who else I missed?
Yeah, they're just sitting there. Yeah.
Hi, Freaky Geek. Ain't seen you in a while. Let's see.
All right. So Mary sharing, I shared best I could. And yeah, so basically we'll go over the New Age movement. It kind of died out in the 90s, but was revived as something new, which they just call it like New Age spirituality, or they'll call it new, or they'll say it's like New Age seekers, and they have different things that they call it. Hey Terry, nice to see you. Um, so yeah, so I go over that stuff in there, just what it is and how it came about and why. But it was interesting. It was interesting to read about. If you guys have any um what's the best way, any topics that you guys want to learn about that has to do with spirituality, let me know. I will research it and do a video on it, and we'll do one of these live streams and then a video. Welcome, Danny. Sorry, I went to Mary's chat and I got I love the walking video you and Danny do. I get to see some. Yeah, so on that channel, Evie, I have where I just walk down the block and I show you the different like gardens, what in the front yards anyway, what like people do in their front yards as gardens. So it's fun. Have you ever done NDE? I don't know what it is, Diane. You tell me what it is, and I can tell you. I'm not sure. I never heard those initials. Um,
All right.
all shared and happy now.
E.
Mm-hmm. I tried looking for the other channel, and
Near-death experiences.
oh, near death. No, we didn't do anything on that.
No, we haven't done that.
Only because I haven't had one, so I can't. Yes, I'm gonna put it up, Evie. I was just looking for it. So I can't. I can read about other people's. I've heard about others people's, but I can't actually. That's something you have to experience, I guess, and then you know, and then you can kind of talk about. That's a tough one. Like it's not like something that they research a lot, believe it or not. People will tell their stories, and a lot of them might have the same stories, but they might be jaded from prior. So I guess I would have to have my own experience, like to kind of do that kind of thing.
God, that probably will help you. Do some meditation with it.
Donuts.
Is that your new channel?
Yeah, that's just it
Well,
mostly have shorts right now, like of the garden. I did a cute little short of a bird. So there's a short every day, and then I do have a little short video of me walking around the neighborhood. I'm just checking in. Oh yes, I know tomorrow's your early days. Going to try chakra stones. It might help. Um, it will. You know what helps too? Depending on, maybe Martin can express which one you're having a problem with. I think actually when reading, they did talk about your root chakra, and that's kind of the one that grounds you. And in order to clear your root chakra, you can, even if you don't like it, and it can be hot or cold, you have cinnamon spice tea. Cinnamon spice tea helps with your root chakra. And yeah, you could have it hot or cold. I'm sure you can ice it, and that helps with you. I'm more than sure, Scott, that the last time Martin told me that. Oh, that's nice, Danny. A neurosurgeon who like had a experience, Diane. I'll have to look at it. Um, yes. Nope. And there's not a lot of people on that.
You gonna have Wi-Fi out there, Danny?
Saucy Minx. Yeah, because I didn't change the name. I just added the New York City because I was like, nah. Anyway, I had 5 subscribers or 4 or something. So I was like, oh, they won't know who I am then. I don't even know where I got those 5 from. But I used to go in. Somebody called me that, I think in Danny's, when we talked about the whip and chains. So I came in under the Saucy Minx. And yeah. No Wi-Fi yet. He's going up to the cabin. You're going up to Dad's cabin with Jimmy. You've got 5 true stalkers. Yes. So on that channel I have 5. On the cooking and crafting, I think we're up to like 30. And then this is the main one. 33 miles from the main road and an hour by boat. Whoa. Oh yeah, Mary's on Messenger. Oh, yeah, that happens if nobody can take care. Like my grandmother. I'm knocking on metal. There's no wood around. Anyway, Mary, knock on some wood for me. The My grandmother was home until she was 93, and then she fell out of bed and broke her hip. But my aunt couldn't lift her or anything, so she's in the home now too. And we go every week. She actually kind of likes it. There's people there. She plays bingo. She does puzzles. They feed her. Like, she's like, the food isn't bad. Like, she totally was able to, what's the word? Like, relate? No, get used to. Like, she really just went, I can't say the word now, but she really just conformed, I guess is the word, to that life. And she's like, fine,
That's not your channel. That's the channel you're in now.
What? I knocked on wood for you. Thank you, Evie.
The link you put out for your new channel?
Yeah.
It's not your new channel. It's the one you're in now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm getting. I don't know about anybody else.
I don't know. Evie said it came up the Saucy Minx. Let me try again. No, I don't know. You're clicking on it wrong. you're clicking on maybe the picture and you got to go over more to actually click on the link. Because if you click on like my name, it's going to give you me.
I know. I clicked on the link.
I don't know. It says the Saucy Minx, so that should be it.
Oh, let me check and see. Let me go back over here and do it again.
Mary's having technical difficulties. The party boat? Yes, Diane. Danny's going to take the party boat over to the homestead. Oh, yeah. I got garden pictures I hadn't seen and the Saucy Minx. Right. That would be me. The Saucy Minx, New York City. That's me, and you'll get a whole bunch of like what I did in the garden, and like I said, I don't know, tomorrow or the next day is this adorable bird that came and was just hanging out with me. If the link is not connected to sausages, I'm not interested. I don't eat painting piggies, and I don't condone the eating of painting piggies. No. Now, if it's chicken sausage, it's okay.
I don't know. I can't get to
You're
it.
more than welcome to it.
You're just going to have to send it to me in the Facebook or something.
Okay, I'll send it to you on Facebook. So, are you guys ready? Because we're definitely more than 15 minutes in. So, we'll play the video. We have 9. So, I don't eat pigs, just foods they make. You're funny. Okay. Yeah. See, but you don't have to kill anything to smoke. You're just killing yourself. But what are you going to do with that one? All right, Scott, have a good one. Relax, and I hope you feel better and more like yourself tomorrow.
Scott, I'll look on Messenger if you want to message me.
The piggies I eat are stupid. They don't paint. Oh. My hubby Gary and I, daughter Ellie, don't like pork. Well, good. Leave those painting piggies to paint, Evie. All right, here we go. I'll make this bigger. Somehow. Okay. And Mary's going to play it, and I'm going to mute myself.
All right. Let me get over to it.
Hello, and welcome to another spiritual learning video. Today, we're going to learn about the New Age movement. What is it? Spirituality is an overarching term that encompasses religion and spiritual practices, along with a person's connection to a deity, higher power, or something that's simply larger than they comprehend. Within the realm of spirituality, there is also a movement called New Age spirituality, also known as the New Age movement. What is the New Age movement, and how does it fit under the umbrella of spirituality? The New Age movement encompasses different spiritual practices outside of the major fundamentalist religions. It promotes heightened spiritual awareness, intuition-based thinking, and a peaceful connection to others and nature. There are no texts, memberships, or initiations into this form of practice, as this form of spirituality is highly individualized. New Age spirituality spread through the religious and spiritual communities in the 1970s and 80s as a response to the civil rights movement and arrest across the globe. During this time, the United States faced violent uprisings, protests against discrimination, racism, and the aftermath of the Vietnam War. Simultaneously, spiritual folks believed a planetary shift called the Age of Aquarius would usher in a new era of thought. The followers, otherwise known as New Age seekers, felt the new era or the new age would bring peace to the earth. The followers thought it would give folks a glimpse into the future of a new world that would leave the negative behind, allowing everyone to move forward together with hope and positivity. While racism, prejudice, and violence still exist today, many feel this transition is still occurring and that over time, the planet can be healed. However, the movement itself died out. But many New Age seekers and spiritual practitioners still believe that the age of Aquarius and the transition to a new age is still upon us. New Age seekers are those who follow the New Age movement. At its inception, the world was in a state of turmoil, and many were looking for solace and peace. The original practitioners were looking for a spiritual way to make sense of the world and find peace and hope within themselves. Using New Age practices, they cultivated a more peaceful way of living and an elevated conscious experience. While many still use New Age practices to explain the who, what, where, when, and why of the universe, many also use these practices to maintain all types of health and wellness. They also push for social reform, connect to their form of source, become a balanced individual. For this group, the reward is not heaven or the afterlife. The reward is gifted in the here and now. New Age spirituality is the byproduct of what once was the New Age movement. After dying out in the early 90s, there were still believers and practitioners who brought into this alternative form of religious spiritual practice and carried on with this form of ritual. New Age spirituality has emerged in the recent decades that encompasses much of what was promoted within the New Age movement, but extends beyond the age of Aquarius. Many folks who practice New Age spirituality feel a new earth is emerging, just like the older movement focused on a new era. Many use the same tools to practice and channel their information from what they believe is an ultimate source. However, many today feel that the new earth means a new truth or mysteries that will be unveiled in the process. Major religions, such as Judaism or Hinduism, you may not know the specifics of what that religion stands for, but you do know that there are at least some specifics that set them apart. Most major religions have a set of rules, laws, and beliefs that everyone who subscribes to that religion all share. That's, for all intents and purposes, what is defined as religion. Now, what if I were to tell you that there's a religion that has no definitive holy texts, central organization, dogma, or membership? Could we even consider this a religion? Well, perhaps not. Instead, it all falls under the umbrella of spirituality. New Age spirituality is a less vigorous form of religion and instead is a more flexible form of spirituality in which people pick and choose certain beliefs and practices that satisfy their need to make sense of this complex world. People who subscribe to this flexible form of spirituality are known as New Age seekers, who have formed as a part of a larger event known as the New Age movement. All of humankind desires to achieve some sort of goal, whether it be health, security, wealth, social status, or something else. In the pursuit of these goals, humans look for ways to achieve these goals and things that may prevent them from being achieved. Successful explanations are definite and straightforward to follow, like recipes or instructions. However, when a reward is hard or even impossible to get within the natural world, humans often imagine ways to seek it that involves supernatural forces, realms, or being, like the concept of divine beings and heaven. According to the dictionary, a seeker is a person who tries to find something by searching for it. A seeker is an individual who is actively looking to discover and use spiritual truths with the intention of living a richer, happier, and more meaningful life. Not everyone who lives on this planet is a seeker. There are also millions of people who could be described as adopters. Adapters are individuals who, when considering the big questions of life, choose to adapt a set of answers that are offered by a particular religion or philosophy, instead of spending time thinking about the questions for themselves. There's also those called abstainers, and these are people who have absolutely no interest whatsoever in so-called spiritual matters. Seekers are quite different from both of these, neither blindly adopting the truth of any existing religion, nor deliberately abstaining from investigating spiritual matters for themselves. None of these three are superior to each other in any way. When it's all said and done, the vast majority of human beings are simply doing the best that they can to live their lives in the most effective way they know how. Thank you for watching another spiritual learning video. Please check out our spiritual learning playlist for more. We'll see you again soon. Well, hi, Deborah. How are you? Welcoming Carl. Carl is in Mary's chat. Nice to see you, Carl. Nice to see you, Deborah. Yeah, so that is
Hi, Carl. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. Hi, Kim.
Yes. Things are going well. Thank you so much.
Sorry.
Sitting outside in the nice breeze. So yeah, that's what it is. It's just basically like a little different. The New Age Seekers, it's just a little different from the Age of Aquarius movement. They incorporated some different things, and they just let you know.
Is she bro?
I'm just like in the middle of my backyard on my table. Thank you, Evie. I guess it's nap time for Danny. Nap time. We kept you 10 minutes over. 10 minutes over nap time. I win, yeah.
Scott said he's going to lay down. He said good night. Here, buddy.
Yes. 8:40 a.m. So Evie just got up. She's not going to sleep. We got 6:40.
See you in the middle of the night, Danny.
p.m. Poof. All right.
Middle of the night.
No, Danny does that. He'll sleep 2 hours, and then he gets up, and he's up 3-4 hours, and then he'll go to sleep the whole night. I don't know how he does it. Time for my second cup of coffee. Yes, Evie. So, I don't know. The video really put it together well. I just found it interesting that all the articles kind of that I read did say the same thing. How everyone at that time who was like spiritually inclined, I guess, all came up with this Age of Aquarius thing like simultaneously. They were all like, "Oh," and everybody was like, "The hell did you come up with that?" Like, so it was interesting to me. So it was like, I guess, a time where a lot of people like were spiritually awakened at once, and that might have been what they showed them. So now, um it goes to show that maybe everyone else, like the next major awakening, it will be a lot of people all at once. Yeah, that's me too. Always working on being better. I'm able to live with the back pain that I have from, I just, I can't find a job. I was talking to a guy in the street today, stopped me. He wanted to collect money for the kitties and doggies, and I said, "Look, I love animals,
It's hard to find
but
a job when you
but
got
soon
bad.
I'm gonna be in the shelter with the animals, so I can't give them anything." Like, but they have the people in the street here, try
I'm
to
in here with me before that happens.
try to sell you everything. No, they try to get donations for everything, the environment, the cats and dogs. It's fine if I had it, I would give a little to the kitties and doggies, but I don't have it. Welcome back, Evie. I have coffee, Evie, and I'm still yawning. I got up early and then I had coffee.
I'd like to have some coffee. I gotta get maybe
Yeah. And then I said, okay, I gotta walk to I had to go to the store. And I walked to the store. The store I had to go to was pretty far for me to walk.
see my
I
work.
walked and I walked back. It took me 2 hours. That should be like, I don't know, an hour the most back and forth, if you go quick. But I was lackadaisical walking because I don't know. Let me see. Let me see if I could turn your. This thing doesn't zoom in though. Um,
Jeremy,
what happened, honey?
I said, have you seen Boomer lately?
Yes,
All right,
I
just
saw him. Yeah, 2 days ago on his live stream, and then I saw him yesterday. He just came in. He's like, I can't stay, but I just wanted to say hello, much love, and he did yesterday. Um,
if you catch him before I do again, tell him I said that I'm not avoiding him and that I just haven't felt well.
Take care, freaky geek. Thanks for coming. You
That
see
was
these
fine.
big cement blocks?
Bye, Freaky. Thanks for coming. I don't want him to think that I'm avoiding him or that I just, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I'll let him know. You see these big cement blocks
Oh,
under here?
yeah.
Yeah. 3, 6, 9. I moved all 9 of them over here to put the table the other day, like a damn lunatic. And then I got down on the floor and I did all this. My back is killing me. But so I could plant, the squash and the pumpkin, and we'll see. All this is like peppers, and oh, here's some tomato, this eggplant, spinach. I don't know. Got all sorts of
Well,
stuff.
maybe Debbie, but
They are heavy. Let me freaking tell you. They are heavy. Holy cow. I picked up one. I'm like, I'm done. This is crazy. I'm going to kill myself. But I had to do it. When you have to do something, you just have to do it. And oh, this is lettuce. It's going to be lettuce. I found like something. I don't know what it was. It was just like a bulb when I was weeding. And I said, no, I'm going to plant it. I don't know what it is. My son's like, you just got to plant it? I said, yeah, I don't know. It's the only thing growing. Whatever it was in the dirt there. Yeah. Silly. Oh, and I found this like kind of weed in the garden, and I'm like, I don't know what it is. It's pretty.
Show
I'm
me,
gonna
show me
plant
your.
it. Maybe it will grow.
They said, show me your plant with the red berries.
Oh, with the red. Yes, the plant.
Plant with the red
The
berries.
weeds against that wall there. I'll show you even where they were growing. So weird. This is a school, by the way. Now it was a factory, but right here in the corner between the school, they were all here. They were these little red berries. So I took them out of there because I didn't want to weed them because I said, no, how cute. And I planted them here in these little buckets in the same dirt that they were in because I didn't have any extra dirt. So I don't know. You see them? Do you know what these are, Mary?
I put you on the big screen and I might.
Oh, let me see. Can I do that? I'm sure. Wait, layout.
You go to your three dots at the top of things, does it? Or no, there's layouts. You can do different layouts.
I think so. Although it won't change the layout, so I don't know. Anyway, I'll send you a picture of them, but they're these. They remind me of what grows in Strawberry Shortcake Land.
Well,
I
they may
do.
be wild strawberries. I can't tell really.
I don't
That's
think
what
they're
they are.
strawberries. They're some kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
Anyway, maybe Google Lens could tell me.
wild strawberries can grow anywhere, but send me a picture of them.
Yeah. So it looks like either an iris or a daylily. See, that's what Danny said. Maybe an iris. So I was like, oh, why is there just iris weeds growing in here? So whatever weed that I thought was like,
I think they're wild strawberries, but
oh, she meant the other one, that one that looked like a palm.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think they're strawberry. Wait, I'm gonna see if I could Google Lens it. I turned the camera around, and it still didn't go around. My phone's acting crazy.
And show me the other one, and I'll tell you what it is.
All right, wait. Let me Google Lens this. That's what Google Lens is for, isn't it?
If it's a daylily, I can tell you real quick. Daylilies can grow wild too. You see them out in the country here in the ditches a lot, and just growing everywhere. The orange ones.
Oh, so here we go.
Yellow.
It told me what the red thing is. It's a Patanilia. Oh shit! I'm gonna write it down for you. Indica. Patanatilla indica is what this. Oh, you know what it is? It's actually usually only grows in Canada. I don't know how the fuck it got here. The spirits brought it. Maybe. That's freaking funny. It says that it's
It's fall
most
strawberry.
common in Canada.
That's what I was. It's what it looked like, Kim. A strawberry. That's why I said unless I see the picture real well.
They're mock strawberries,
I know there's a
but they don't taste like strawberries at all. They
right.
are edible and harmless, but they don't taste good, they said. So there you go. They're not poisonous though. Cute.
Right. There's two different kinds. There's a wild one and then there's them. That's why I said I didn't know which one it was.
Yeah.
You can't see it.
Indian strawberry. Yeah, a false strawberry. They don't get big, Christina. Right. They just stay like that. Like that's what I said. Strawberry shortcake land berries. Now let's Google Lens the other one since it works so good, right?
I've never really been. Sorry, I haven't been on, but I got to take this time to get myself together.
Okay, so that one they said is a bearded iris. A bearded iris.
If
so here you go. We figured it out.
Is the flower on it already? Because I could have told you what it was.
No, there's no flower on it. It's just the leaves.
No, the leaves, I probably could have told you that too. We used to have them growing in the yard too. Bearded irises. We had purple and white, and there was a couple other colors I had. And them, they're pretty. But I like the lilies. I like the red lilies and the orange and the yellow. I like to mix them in together.
Is it invasive? I don't know. I pulled them out and I planted them. I never seen them. I didn't see them last year. I don't know where they came from, to tell you the truth. And I planted them there, so let's see if hopefully they don't die. Like I said, I took their same soil to put them in. I didn't put any new soil, so they should keep growing. I don't know. I don't know. That's it. That's what they were. So, yeah. I love that Google Lens, the best thing. They spread and the roots are hard to get up. Oh, well, we got that root and all, and that's why I planted it. I'm like, let's see. It actually doesn't like the new soil, though, so I should have planted that one in the old-ass soil, too.
Lilies will spread, and so will them.
Mm-hmm.
They'll spread like wildfire. Let me tell you what. It only takes like 2 or 3, man, and in the next couple of years, you'll have a whole slew of them.
Well, now I put them in the pots, so hopefully they'll just stay there.
Well, it ain't gonna matter, because when it fall comes, they blow. What happens is the seeds blow, and it's just like they come up everywhere.
Right, Kim, that's what happens. Like, I didn't see those last year. And then when I went weeding, and my son, I was like, no, I can't kill those. And then I thought about it, like, I know there's a little portal where the spirits go back and forth to mine and Danny's house. And now I'm thinking, if it's from Canada, maybe that's the portal line, and I'm over here with Canadian berries. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Happy Thursday. We have a raspberry plant and different flowers. There you go. I got some. I just need a little more topsoil because I used it all for those big things that I made to plant the pumpkins and whatever. So I just need one more little bag of soil because I planted all food, but I didn't plant any flowers. And the Dollar Tree had 4 for $1. Pretty flowers, morning glories, all these different flowers. So I said, oh, I'll get them and I'll plant them.
You got to plant more than one, or they don't fertilize each other. They got to fertilize each other.
Plant more than one what?
Like blueberries.
Blueberries and stuff.
Blackberry, usually you have to have 2. Raspberry, you need 2.
Oh yeah, raspberry, blueberry.
They have to. It's like it's a male and female type thing, and they fertilize each other.
I didn't plant any berries though. I planted squash, pumpkin, peppers, tomato, lettuce, eggplant, and spinach. That's it.
It's funny that you got that, and it grows in Canada.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably northern northern, and you're kind of, New York's kind of northern. You guys get a lot of snow and stuff there. And
Yeah.
you're close.
Now, last year it snow flurried twice, the whole entire winter, twice, and both times were in February. The whole rest of the time, oh no, we had one snow flurries Christmas Eve too. So three little snow flurries, barely stuck. Next day it was gone. Oh my gosh, not morning glories. They spread. I plant them in a flower pot. So they normally don't spread out of the flower pot. Like I got these other ones that supposedly it can make a whole carpet in your garden. And my aunt's like, "Oh my God, you can't put those. It's going to be everywhere." And I'm like, "Well, first of all, I wouldn't mind them everywhere if it killed everything else. But I put them in a big pot. Oh, but they haven't. Yeah, they can't go out of the pot. I don't know that. I don't know that. I guess maybe in the, like Mary said, maybe in the other. But if I put the pots, in on the tile in the back there, it won't have anywhere to go. It shouldn't spread. Oh, see, well that's nice. Here, I worked in lawn and garden at Walmart. Oh, that's nice. But has wildflowers, but no flowers or veggies will grow in my house. I can't get anything to grow in my house either. Although I'm hoping, I had avocado seeds, and I read that if you just put the avocado with just the little bottom just touching the water, that it will grow, and then I can plant them. So I'm like, because avocado got expensive. So I have 2 seeds doing that, hoping that that the seed will make they'll grow, and then I will plant them in the dirt. We shall see. And I have them in the house because I don't think it can be outside while it's doing that. So we'll see. But usually, as soon as I bring it inside, unless it's a cactus or a succulent, it's dead. Cactus and succulents seem to be okay with me, but everything else in the house dies. But it may be because, you know, it's dusty and, you know, what do you call it? It's hot in my apartment. I don't have AC, and it's cold. When it's cold, it's cold. I have heat, but I don't turn it on like crazy. So, but yeah. But last year, I wish I didn't plant so late. Last year, I don't know, in like the end of July, I got this idea that I was going to plant everything because I saw everybody else. I'm like, no, why can't I do it? And everything grew. Everything grew. Like, but I put the pumpkins in a pot, and the vine grew, and it grew all over the yard, right? And it even made flowers, but it got cold too fast then because I planted them at the end of July, beginning of August, for it to have a pumpkin. So this year I started earlier, so hopefully we'll get a pumpkin. Hopefully they'll grow. I planted potatoes, and my neighbor has cucumbers, tomatoes, peppers, and beans. So when his tomatoes and peppers are ready, that's where I get mine. Oh, there you go. Oh, he has a big one, huh, Shelly? He has enough for everybody? Yeah, fresh tomatoes. I hope these grow. Last year, the tomatoes didn't do good here. I think I even planted corn seeds. Um, I don't know if they will grow because somebody told me, I think it was Boomer that told me actually that the husks take in like the toxins from the air, and it doesn't really like New York air, I'm assuming. Well, we'll see. And then I went with Danny when we went to Pennsylvania. The spirits threw like a nut at us or something, and I'm like, he's like, what?
You're
When we're
right, and that's when they ripen at night.
yeah,
Sorry, I didn't interrupt you.
that's okay. Or a nightshade, yeah. So the spirits threw something at us because there was nothing moving in those trees, and we were like, how could it be? So whatever that nut was that they threw, I saved it and I planted it this year. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I might get a whole, what do they call it? Oak tree. I don't know, but I planted it in a pot though, but I don't know what they threw at us. But it didn't look like it didn't look like anything kind of nut that I've seen before. So I was like, or pit. I didn't know what it was. I don't even know. I just literally just threw it in dirt and said, let's see if it does anything. It might be like the avocado where I had to sit it in water first. I don't know because I don't know what it was. So we'll see. We'll see if it grows, Evie. Then we'll have a tree.
Carl, did I see you put in here a while ago that you only have like the doctors give you 18 months to live? Is that to live? Man, I hate to hear that.
My friend got a San Pedro 4 foot, gave it to me, died in 2 months. Oh, the plant. Oh. Who passed away? I didn't see.
Ain't nobody passed away. I said they give him 18 months to live.
Who?
Carl. I said, did I see him put that in there? And then Freaky Geek said something too. I don't know. I missed what he said. He's sick too or something.
Oh, told 2 years max. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl. Sorry, we were looking at the plants.
Pretty sure I see him.
Yes, no, I think that's what he said. He's on an 18-month clock, 2 year max.
Nobody knows. And let me tell you what, nobody knows when they're going to die. I mean, I can be sitting here and gone in 5 minutes, or in seconds or whatever. But, doctors can tell you they think that's how long. But, Carl, you'll live as long.
As long as you have the will to live, that's right.
Right. If you got the will to live.
Mind over matter, so.
As long as you push it. Don't give up, Carl, whatever you do. And you need to tell somebody to tell us, to come on here and tell us, to let us know if something would happen to you. We would like to know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I think he said he would tell his wife to tell us.
Because I've known you now for what? 4 years? It's been a while.
I think I told the story the other week. My mother's two friends, both of them got breast cancer at the same time, like a week apart. They were told. They lived a few houses away from each other. They were 10 years apart in age, though. The one who was older refused the chemo. She said no, because she saw the other one do the chemo. Because at first she said, no, I don't know. It was too new back then. But anyway, so the friend did it, the one that was 10 years younger. And within 3 months, she died from the chemo and whatever. Okay. The other one said, no, I'm not doing it. She lived until 91. She had a heart attack. That's how she died. Every time she went to the doctor, they're like, oh, you have a lump in your breast. She goes, yeah, I know, I have breast cancer. And they're like, what? Do you want to? She's like, no, leave it the fuck alone. Leave it alone. And, she was like determined, like, no, I don't care. It's just going to be there, but it's not going to. Till she was 91. And then she died. Like I said, she died of something else, old age, natural causes, a heart attack, whatever it was. Had nothing to do with the breast cancer. The lump stayed the same size that whole time. And she had asked the doctor, why do you think my friend died? And blah, blah. And the doctor could only say to her, well, you were 10 years older. You were already, she had already, like, she was in her 50s. Her friends was in her 40s. The friend still was getting her period and stuff, which has hormones and everything. And she had already passed that. So he goes, the only thing I could think of is, hormones, of course, make things progress and stuff. So she's like, oh. But nobody could really tell her why she lived. She just did. She lived all those years from 50-something to 90 with breast cancer.
I know it's hard. It's hard. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me clear up and I'll tell you.
Oh, Shelly, really? See, they gave him 6 months and he lived 17 more years. God bless him. He was like, no, screw you. The dialysis treatment is torture. It's a battle. Should stay on machine for 3 hours, 3 times. Yep.
Anyway, now that I can talk, I know it's hard not to think about death, or because, well, especially when your health starts ailing. I, for one, have a very hard time not to think about it. They haven't told me that I'm dying or anything like that. It's just that when you get your health deteriorates, it's in the back of your mind. I mean, it's always there. But well, especially when you're not done living your life, you don't feel like you're done. So you just don't give up. You fight. And I know, Carl, I know you've been through a lot, but just don't give up. And we love you. And look at that. I mean, given 6 months to live 17 years, that's what I'm saying. Nobody knows when we're dying but God. And who's to say that he knows? And that's, we don't know that for sure. None of us know that for sure. So, I mean.
Yeah. Like, look at my grandmother. Most people in their 90s break a hip, they die a little later. They get infections, all this different stuff happens. My grandmother, she broke her hip. They said, no, because of the fact that they know most people die because they can't walk and this, that. They're like, no, why don't we might as well operate on her. My aunt's like, yeah, okay, she's going to live, but okay, fine, because my grandmother said, yeah, no, let's do it. So they operated, and everything was good, and then she goes in rehab, but you had to stay inside the rehab. She couldn't come home because she couldn't walk, so she had to stay inside the rehab. And in rehab, she tried to get up in the middle of the night, and she fell, and she broke her hip in the same exact place again. So now the doctor's like, of course, we can't do surgery. And now what are we going to do? So they were like, okay, well, whatever. We'll just give you rehab. And she has to stay in the nursing home because she can't walk. She needs a wheelchair, whatever. They were like, no, she's not going to live past, if she lives a year, she'll be lucky, right? This woman, okay, now she's been there 3 years after 2 broken hips. She's in the nursing home 3 years. Every time I see her, she looks better. The last time I saw her this week, I said, no. I said, I turned around to my aunt and said, I'm going to die before this woman. No, but she's like, God forgot about her. I don't know what happened, but she looks better and better. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She doesn't have a problem. Besides the fact her hearing's going and her eyesight, she has no other problem.
She looked pretty healthy in that picture you showed me.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that.
Did she look 96 there? No.
I got an aunt. I'm going to show you guys my aunt. I don't think she'd mind. This woman does by no means look her age. Let me go get a picture of her.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
think actually I have a short coming out of my grandmother when I went to see her to show you guys. Did the short come out today or is it tomorrow? Let's see. I usually just put shorts the days I go live because I don't have enough time to do videos. But death is the only guarantee in life. That's true. And the fact that you have to pay taxes. Ah. Anywho. That's how that goes. Okay, so where the heck? I gotta go to manage videos, don't I? I think I did a short of Where's Grandma? Oh, Grandma's next. Grandma is Friday. Friday, you could all see a little video of Grandma, a violinist, the puzzle that I helped her finish. It was a month, almost 2 months. That puzzle. It was 1,000 pieces. I dodged that goodnight 8 times, and I'm chilled about it. Feel good other than the pain and dread of dialysis. Well, that's good. Yeah, the dialysis sucks. The last couple of days, my dad knew. Cassie had an appointment.
Sorry, y'all. If y'all are hearing me, I'm sorry. I'm choked up.
That's okay. And tell Dad how it went. He told me, no, don't bother. He wouldn't be there, so we stayed a while longer. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Some people do know. Well, my mother, she was in the hospital the last, I don't know, month of her cancer was the worst, you know? So, because it moved to her brain and all that. So, and she just kept saying, oh my God, just take me already. What the heck are you waiting for? Like, you know, she didn't want to suffer anymore. Because sometimes, you know, just the pain, and she was paralyzed. She couldn't move. Only her head. She could talk, but she couldn't really move. She could move her fingers a little, but nothing else really. So she couldn't get up. She couldn't walk. So it was really bad. And, you know, but when she started, they told me her breathing is erratic and you have a do not resuscitate. I'm like, yeah, she signed it. I can't, you know. And they're like, okay, well, you better come. So I called everybody who could come. They came. And as soon as, like, I went after work, her mother came. Then my son's father brought him and my daughter. They saw her. And as we were going down in the elevator, because the kids had school the next morning, and for some reason I thought I would see her in the morning. I don't know. But her friends, as we were going down in the elevator, her friends from work were going up.
Christina, show that for me.
And they sang to her, and right after they sang to her, they literally didn't get out of the hospital before she passed away. How old is she there, your aunt?
In the purple top, she is in this picture right here, she's 95 years old.
Oh, God bless her.
She's got the best We got the best
Hi,
genes.
Pam.
I'm telling you. But and this was after hip surgery.
Huh.
She had hip surgery at 93, I think, 93 or 94. And yeah, she looks great. Now she's 95 and she's 97 now. I'm looking for the current picture of her, which ain't much different than this right here. I'm gonna tell you right now. She still walks and all that. Now she had COVID about, I don't know, about 8 months ago, 9 months ago, something like that. And it took her down quite a bit, but she's bounced back from it. So, but she's doing good. I mean, that's our family reunion. She's out there, but
you've seen it. Well, you had the dream in 1993 and 2006. Did it say the year on the headstone? Or did it say that year, 1993, and you lived in 2006 and you're still there? So, wow, she looks better than me, right?
I'm telling you, man. And everybody said that I have her genes because I don't look my age either. But if I put makeup on and color my hair, I don't look my age. But I still don't with it like it is. But I don't know. I don't know, but that's her.
Yeah.
I swear.
Oh, Mary, you can share the picture of Grandma I sent you. My grandma. I don't know.
We go get it and I'll share
it. And then we'll show you my grandma, who's going to be 96 in July, in the beginning of July. I mean, she's in the wheelchair, but she's the grandmas. That's all right, Shelley. She knew you loved her. Whether love is a language you don't have to learn. So she knew, Shelley. Grandma loved you and you loved her, regardless whether you spoke the same language or not. I saw the date in the year. Oh. And it wasn't those dates and years. He's not telling us, though. What the date in the year. Pammy speaks that same talk to text crazy language, Shelley, so she knew what you were saying.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Let's go away.
What year did it say, Carl? But you don't tell us, but
yeah, there's Grandma and there's the 1,000-piece puzzle we finished finally. Uh-huh. So she'll be 96. Yes, Pappy. My grandma's name is Mary, but she doesn't love the name Mary, so she told everybody her name is Maria. Maria. My name's Maria. I'm like, what are you, Spanish, Grandma? She's like, no, Maria's a Greek name too. I'm like, okay, but your name's Mary. But like all the cab drivers and everything, because she only took cabs. She went to the hairstylist on Saturdays. She went to church on Sundays. So that was it. And, but she took a cab there and back. So the cab people knew her because the same routine for, 20 years, 30 years. and she took the same cab company, so they got to know her. And they're like, "Oh, how's Maria?" Every time, my aunt and I get in the cab, we go to see her. They're like, "How's Maria?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I don't think I want to be around that long. Grandma was 103. 103. That's a lot of pieces. Yeah. And then I got her a littler puzzle to do with big pieces, so it could
If
be
I could walk
easier.
around and stuff, I'd be happy to live that long.
Yeah. It does. Okay. So November 20th, 2025. Mm.
So was your what, Mary? So was mine, Mary. I don't know what she's talking about. Shelly, what you mean? So was yours. Y'all want to see my grandbaby?
Mm-hmm.
It might piss the mother off, but she won't see it.
Yeah, I don't think she's a member of my channel. Um, yeah, so that's Carl said the date that he saw on there was November 20th, 2025. So that's over a year. Yeah. What are you doing, little buggy? He's just walking around. Can you see him? That's a lightning bug. The lightning bug. He's got some big antlers there. Antlers, I don't know, antennas. What do you call them? He's just happy cat. I'm walking on your table. My great grandmother, Pulowski, said she was going to live till 100. She almost made it. She lived till 98. There you go. Well, when my grandmother, which that was last year, so no, yeah, she was 94. She was 94 when the lady in this apartment that I'm in now told her, "Nah, I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move to Sweden because I got a job there or whatever." And my grandmother was like, "No, no, stay 5 years because then I'm gonna die." And my aunt's like, "She's gonna live till 98." I'm like, "No, 99. 5 years is 99." My aunt is like, "Oh Jesus." So she had it in her head that 99, that's when she's gonna die in 5 years. You know. Oh, did you put the picture? I'm sorry.
I put a picture up, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You just tell me because I'm yapping.
That's me as a little girl. I was 2 years old there.
Ah, look how cute.
Oh, well, that's my brother, my oldest brother, sitting there.
She's like, "Oh, and by the way, I can't erase him, but there he is."
You're right. You're right there. Hang on, I'll show you this over here too.
She got the family albums. That one picture you have almost looks like Scott.
What?
Go down. Right there.
That's
Doesn't
my
that
cousin.
look like his little circle? I don't know.
He was killed. He was shot in a church. They haven't got there yet.
Who shoots people in church?
I don't know. This is my mom and dad when they were just dating.
Ah.
They had just started dating. My mama was a looker, let me tell you. That's her there too. My daddy wasn't bad either, for that matter.
Yeah.
He's 15 years older than her.
My parents were exactly 15 years
Yeah,
apart too. That's why Mary and I say, "Oh my God!" Like we had like
only
exactly the same thing.
she's only 19 or 20 in that picture there.
Yep.
Somewhere like that. She's like, well, no, she's probably 21 or 22 in that picture.
That's like Well, I know my parents got married. My mother was 20 because I was conceived on their honeymoon, and I was born. She was 21. So. Al Roker used to announce birthdays 100 plus. Yeah.
Here's my great grandmother. Look at that Indian face.
Yeah. Oh, there's the baby, finally. There's the baby.
And he's sweet. That's my baby. There he is, sleeping.
Aw.
Isn't he precious? Now I got one of my son holding him finally yesterday.
My great granddad was 104 years old in 1982 when he died. Oh, was in the World War One at the biggest British and Welsh soldiers wipeout in day one. Wow, in 1916. Went back after recovered, got a victory. Oh, God bless him. The devil does what? Ah,
My son holding him. He's so little. Look how little he is. My son.
compared to your son, yeah.
Yeah, his daddy. He looks just like his daddy.
Mm-hmm.
A lot like him.
Yeah. Ah. I said right when I saw the baby, I go, no, that Mary, that baby looks like you. She's like, no, looks like my son, and my son looks like his father. I'm like, no, you just don't see it, but that baby looks like you.
Kind of baby, but it looks like him. What my son has, he has me and his dad. I'll say that he does. He has both of us. It take too long to find his picture, but where you can see his face because you don't see his face in these. But he's got his dad's eyes and hair, and now his build. Now as far as his build goes, he takes it from my side. Tall, and he's taller than his dad. So, but there's my.
He looks like the mailman. Diane.
What?
She was being silly. She's like, he looks like the mailman.
Yeah. No, he don't look like the mailman here.
Yeah, back in the day, anyway, it wasn't the mailman, it was the milkman. The milkman or the knife sharpener guy. The guy would come in his truck with the knife sharpener. Yeah. Everybody'd run outside to see the guy who sharpens the knives. I was like, oh.
I'll show you my son here in a minute.
He's small. My son was a toddler when he was born. Yeah. Now, both mine were small. My daughter was very small. And she was born, I don't know, 5 pounds, 11 ounces. My son was 7 pounds 7 ounces, but they were both tiny.
I
The
was
ice
six.
cream man.
I weighed 6 pounds 7 ounces. How's that? How's the EB?
Did you find it strange? Yeah, I found it strange, and see, I'm a little different. I think my daughter, like, I didn't know, my daughter didn't want kids. She was selfish, all this stuff. So when she had the baby, I went up there. Um, no, and she's okay with the baby, but I was like, oh my God, this poor baby. That's all I was praying, this poor baby. Her her boyfriend, soon to be husband, is like my age. So he was used to babies. So I don't know. But yeah, I love babies, so I'll take anybody's baby. As long as I don't have to have him. He was 10 pounds, 14 ounces, and 23 and a half inches. Like, holy cow, he was a
Well,
toddler.
my son, I just showed you, I'm fixing to show you the picture of him. He weighed 9'2" when he was born. Trust me, I had him by C-section. He wasn't coming out the other end.
Well,
Yeah.
I had both of them natural. My son, because the cord was wrapped around his neck, it was a problem. Other than that, you know,
Well, the first one I had natural.
it wasn't so bad. Yeah, I had both of them natural, but both times they turned off the anesthesia or whatever the heck, they were giving me a drip, and both times they turned it off because the babies were in distress. So I was like, darn, what the hell? Like, when you're like 2 hours into it, you're like, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, you gave me the painkillers, or this baby's staying in there. We're not doing it no more.
Right? Yeah. I don't blame you there.
Yeah. Both times, because
With
my daughter, the problem was I didn't know when to push because I couldn't feel anything. I think they gave me too much because I had never had any kind of anesthetic before. So they turned it off, and then, she came out fairly quick. So, okay, good. With him, they gave me a different thing, and they gave me less. So I could feel to push. The only problem was, it was the cord that was wrapped around his neck. So I kept pulling him up. So they're like, no, we're gonna turn off because the heart rate of the baby keeps going down. I'm like, you think it's gonna be better if my heart rate's going down too? Like, if you turn on, like, I didn't understand what it had to do with anything anyway. They had to suction him out of me because he kept going back up. The cord was pulling him. So finally, when they kind of saw his head, they suctioned him. I raised 18 kids who you didn't carry nor birth them. Yeah.
That's a lot, Pammy, but I'm with you on that. I raised more than just mine.
Yep.
To be honest about it. Here, show this picture.
Okay.
That is me and my son Matthew.
He's a teenager there.
Yeah, he's 14 or 15 there. I want to say he's 14.
Oh, she was almost 2 months early. Yeah.
He's taller than me there. I'm 5'2", so he's 6 foot now.
Mm-hmm. My son's taller than me now, way taller, but that's what I am, 5'2". The doctor one time was like, well, technically you're 5'1.5". I'm like, no, that's because I'm slumped and I don't have shoes on. And he was like, he goes, the shoes don't count. I go, of course they do. I wear them every day. I don't go barefoot anywhere. He's like, okay. 5'1.5". I go, what the hell? Who's telling people that? Well, I'm 5'2". I'm 5'2" and growing. Well, actually, now I'm shrinking probably.
Thank you guys. I didn't show you that to be showing me. I was showing him.
Hi, Andre. I was 3 pounds and oh my God.
Well, yeah, they used to do that. A lot of them, they don't do that anymore too much. Depends on what doctor you get, but these new doctors don't.
Yeah, right.
They just kind of stimulate you a little bit, and that's about it.
Sorry, guys. I just have to get something to drink. Like,
No. Yes, I'm a shorty.
Oh, I should give Mary a picture, the new picture of
I don't know about being beautiful, but my bangs needed cut there. I know that.
Mary and her bangs.
Yeah. I don't have none right now. I've let them grow out. They're down past my eyes and actually down to my cheekbones.
Ooh. All right, iced tea. Now we're happy campers.
Now you'd have to get rid of the double chin, so.
Yeah, it got windy. Holy cow. Holy cow. Okay, let me see. Now the babies come running out wide-eyed open. Oh. $5 foot and a Remember the Randy Newman song, Short People Go Beep, Beep, Beep? I never heard that song. I'm going to have to look it up. Okay. Let's see if we can find the grandbaby's new picture. Search. Oh, yeah, here he is. We'll share it with Mary because she could share the pictures.
Hang on, I'm there now. I'm going to get back to my Facebook.
Oh, yeah, take your time.
I kicked out of it. Oh, it's a cutie. He's a cutie pie. There you
go. Okay, and there he is with his flowers. That was the one I was looking for, but I couldn't find. Here's my grandbaby. If he comes up, where is he? Oh, there he is. There he is.
Go beep, beep, beep. Diane.
I never heard that song.
You say you put another one up too?
Wait. I'm gonna give you the better one where you see it. Oh, he's so cute with the flowers. Those are the newest ones anyway. I sent them to you. My stepdaughter, preemie born at 25 weeks. She could fit in your hand. My
Look at that hair.
yeah, I know, right?
Oh. Cute. Well, that little seat thing, he's got it tight. That's tight enough. It's in his shoulder.
Yeah.
They have to be. I know that, but well, he's in a stroller. It wouldn't have to be real tight, but he probably can get out of it. That's probably why he's got him in there tight.
Oh yeah. I mean, they were just in the yard, so she goes, "Yeah, no, we didn't go anywhere. I just have him in the yard."
Horrible.
There he is with this. He's just like me. I said, "No."
I love it.
I said, "Only us. We love the freaking weeds." What's your favorite flower? The dandelion. That's not a flower. It's a weed. Hey, listen.
It looks like they're tied together.
Mm-hmm.
Like she tied them together for him. That is so cute. That is one of the best pictures right there.
Yep. She
Nothing
did get
wrong
lucky.
with dandelions. Horrible.
Yeah, he is.
Green as the eye, as far as the eye can see. That's Indiana.
Yeah, that's Indiana. She's over there in Normandy? Norman. There we go.
I'd take that one if it was me, and I'd put it in a frame. I'd put all three of them in a frame.
Yeah.
And I'd put them on the wall together. At least that one and this one.
Yeah.
I'd put them together. Yeah. I'd hang them on the wall.
That weed cures a lot of health issues. Yep. I have two that I took of him on my wall. I got like Google Photos has this thing where you can order like on a mug or whatever, but they had where you order it on a canvas, the picture, right? They print it on the canvas. And it wasn't that expensive. I don't know, $15. And I was like, really? And I took these two. I got him a ghost like towel. So when he got out of the bath, he had the ghost little towel hoodie. So it's like two different ones, and they're hanging one under each other. Oh God, they're so cute. Dandelion tea, yep. And I'm so mad because I'm like, all these freaking weeds in my garden, there's not one dandelion. Like if the whole thing was dandelions and then would turn to blowflowers, and I can make my snow angels, because I told you guys that's what I want to do. I just want to fall into a field of the dandelions when they turn to the blowflowers and make snow angels in them. So all the blowy, the white pieces can be flying up in the air. But anyway, all the weeds, I don't have no dandelions. I'm like, what the hell?
Well, maybe the dandelions ain't growing there because is it fertilized? Do they spray? Did your landlord spray it or anything?
No, they didn't do nothing to here except mow it, you know? So
That it has to be fertilized. And that, I mean, it has to, the dandelions have to blow over there to, you know what I mean? The seeds do.
yeah.
So it could be that it's been weeded so much that there's none there because there's none close enough to blow over there to
Yeah.
plant. You know what I mean?
I know, and I was thinking, shit, if I planted one dandelion, would it take over the whole yard and then I would just have dandelions and no other weeds, or would the other weeds still grow? Because my son told me, "Oh, spray it," and I'm like, "No, I don't want to spray like killer on it, but I want to do something where these ugly ass weeds don't come back." Then I was thinking I should put black paper bag over the whole plastic bag over the whole yard, and maybe it would suffocate them, and then they would not come back, and I wouldn't have to, because the mowing and the weeding is killing my back, killing me.
Carl says he's outnumbered at his house. He ain't enough testosterone there, he says.
Only kids' dolls, baby clothes would fit her. And she's a 16-year copy of her mom. I'm outnumbered.
That's funny.
Only baby doll clothes. How cute. That was my son's father's niece. When she was born, she fit in your hand. They didn't think she was gonna live, but she did live, and
So you can take the greens from the dandelions in your yard and
Mhm.
eat.
Oh yeah. I
I'm gonna
think
have.
I think that's the only weed that you could eat every part of. The leaves, the actual flower. You can make tea. You can, yeah.
Well, I know you can make tea out of it, stuff like that. You dry it out, and make tea, but on the leaves and stuff. But uh, I didn't know you could eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's
I've
funny how God has provided, or the universe has provided, natural food for us if we have to have it.
Yep.
If it's, you know, we had to.
Yeah, my aunt was always in the front yard. She's like, "You have nothing we could eat here." I'm like, "Well, I didn't plant these roses and everything. They were here when we got here. Can't eat roses." Well, I guess you can, but I don't know how they would taste. You could probably make rose tea with them, but that's about it.
I like cabbage cooked, fried. I like fried
I didn't
cabbage.
see any cabbage seeds, or I would have planted some, but they did have this butter lettuce, so I
I
got
like
that.
it cooked in butter. I like it cooked in butter with garlic and salt and pepper and uh, with the onion in it, cooked together. Oh my god! And then mix it, and then throw it in noodles and mix it up. Yep, butter and all. Yeah, it's good. I'm sure you know that though.
Yes, I love cabbage, even as slaw. Yeah.
Me too. Any way it comes, I'll eat it.
No, I like cabbage. Like I said, I didn't see any seeds. Really, they only had pumpkin and squash seeds. I
I
finally
even
found some spinach seeds. They had
I even like the smell of it cooking, and everybody here hates it. They hate it when we cook cabbage.
as long as they have a good smell, Christina. What's the matter? If they smell bad, you can't eat them. I bet if you boil those suckers, they'll still be good. Find out what weeds are there and look up what bugs eat them to wipe them out. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Like, they look like mini trees, most of these weeds. I can't even tell you. Like these are the big culprits. I don't know what the hell these are, but every time I turn around, I pull them out thinking they won't come back. I don't know what these are, but they're the biggest culprits. All right. They aren't really good to eat. Oh, if they smell bad? Let's see. I bet I could Google Lens this one too. Google Lens! This is what we do. We just Google Lens everything. Mm. Not now. Don't give me no damn Google Lens shortcut. Look for my damn flower. Mugwort. Is it mugwort or chrysanthemums? I don't know. It doesn't know what the heck it is. It could be anything. They look the same. I guess it kind of could be chrysanthemums. I don't know. But they're all over the darn place. Then mugwort looks kind of like it too. Wormwood plant. I don't know. You can't eat it, so. Artemisia arna, a silver Chinese mugwort plant. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't know what it is. You're pulling them and they're growing back. Right. I pull them out and they keep coming. I don't know how, you figure usually when you take them out, they'll stop coming. But these, and they grow so freaking tall in 5 minutes. If you don't watch those suckers, that's, you know. And like you can pull and pull and pull, they come back. I don't know. And the only thing I can think of is because there's so many gardens and stuff here that it just, I don't know. But this is what I've been doing for 2 years, trying to. I sent you about what usage of the dandelion root. Oh, good. I think I'm going to get some and plant them in a pot at least. So I could have dandelion tea like Diane. At least we totally did not talk barely anything spiritual today, but that's all right. We talked about everything, plants, weeds. It's getting chilly though. Getting chilly outside. Anybody have any thoughts on next week? Well, we have 9 people here still.
She had one after death experience, but I don't know how you. I guess you could.
Near death. I'll find out if there's any like scientific stuff on it.
I don't know if that would work or not.
But I think most of it is on personal experience, and since I haven't had one. Crystals, I have 2 videos. If you go to the spiritual learning playlist, there's 2 videos about like healing crystals and what they're good for and stuff. I've done curses, hexes, all different divine beings. Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. Does anyone like iced tea with sugar? Of course. No, I need it to be a little sweet. Otherwise, it's too tart. I don't put a lot of sugar, not even in my coffee. Just a drop, but I need that drop. I need it.
I haven't looked at it yet.
Have we done the links between Tarot Oracle link with self? Oh, you mean like the, I guess like how they're actually read, like the link between the spirit and them telling you about the tarot? The spirit aspect of plants. That's something I could probably look up. Now you said that, and I'm pulling out the poor weeds, the poor plant. Whatever you are, I don't know, because Google Lens couldn't figure you out either. But I love cold brew hibiscus and berry tea. Yeah, we have done the tarot one. I don't think so. I mean, here, I don't think I've done the spiritual aspect of like, oh, wait, let me share this with Mary before I leave. Share. Okay. Let me switch accounts. Spiritual learning. Let's see. Playlists. Um, well, we did nature and spirituality, so that kind of did about nature, right? But not about like the plant spirits. So, um, astral projection, dreams, spiritual awakening, past lives, reincarnation, healing crystals, part 1, part 2. Evil eye protection, how to get rid of curses, elementals. Yeah, I didn't do anything with the tarot card ones. I guess we could try that. Sort by. I hate when it changes my sort. It annoys the crapola out of me. Different types of spirit guides. With the 4 winds, the 4 directions. Cryptids. Yes, I guess we can. I'll look that up and see if there's any, stuff on it.
Did you say something to me? I was doing something. I'm sorry. I kind of.
You're vibing with plants. Yes, I'm gonna see the. I'm gonna see what they have on it, Evie, about the plant spirits, and then the connection between tarot and spirits. You have any thoughts, Mary?
Not really. About what now? What do you? Okay, say it again.
We're talking about what we should do for next Thursday.
Let me think a second. Do we have any equipment that we can do? We've done run pods, we've done spirit box, we've done dowsing rods, right?
Dowsing rods and pendulums. Yeah, we did. I did even spiritual
we can
stuff
do
on
trigger
the
objects. We can do trigger objects or
Yeah, because we did spirit box basics, dowsing rods, and those divination things.
we could do
REM pods and EMFs. So iced tea is good. I never tried dandelion tea. Yes, it is. The symbolism of tarot, according to Jung. Huh. Yeah, that's something. How about
you could do ruins, or you could do about ruins. You could do about tarot cards. You could do about because tarot cards and oracle cards are not the same.
Right. How about spirits that are always up in the trees? What's up with that? Well, they're not always. See, I don't have a tree in my backyard, but I do have a wood elemental. um, wood elementals are usually the spirits that are in the trees, but or sometimes earth elementals
Well,
don't
let's see.
trees either. But
Um,
well, I do. I already, in order to make your own tarot cards, you have to read all about the tarot cards. So I understood the meaning and why they did all that. Of course, the history of tarot, like I had to read all that and write all the information down in order about the different suits and stuff. Um, but mm, I found out what happened to Immigrant and Jessica. Now that I know they want to cross over, so I'll only have Abby. Oh,
Night, Andre. Let's see what else.
good night, Andre. Oh, you'll only have Abby. Yeah, but oh well, you'll still have Penelope and yeah, you'll still have the other ones. But I mean,
You can do about ruins and how they come about and how they're used. You could do how you use other stuff for divination, like tea leaves, stuff like that. I mean, we could do it on that.
yeah, I think I did like some of that when I did. Did I do like? I feel like I touched on that when I did the. Well, I did spiritual spells and healing,
Still got an hour. It could be. It could be here.
but so like it went into like the coffee, the tea, and all that, but not in reading them. More of a healing thing. Um, but yeah, I'll look into those 5 things. I'll write them down. Out of the little kiddos, right? You'll only have Abby. Yeah.
Chocolate.
Crystal balls and trances. Oh, that sounds fun too. Yes, Carl. Penelope is one of my spirit guides, right? Well, that's when you said you'll only have Abby. I'm like, yeah, besides your regulars, besides your regulars.
Oh, sure, okay.
Ah, I heard your name last night, Kim. So I'm assuming not last night, the night before. So when I hear you guys' names, like I heard Evie last night. Evie was last night. You were the night before. I know that your spirit guides brought over.
No,
Huh?
I can't remember. Did we do one on scrying? Crystal balls?
No, I don't think so.
Have we done so much? I can't remember. I can see.
No, definitely didn't do on crystal balls and stuff. Like I said, we touched on it when we did like but very little when we did pendulums and
Right.
spirit rods and stuff as paranormal tools, but we didn't touch on it in like the history of it and how it came about and what it really is, you know. I love my Kathy. I think I only have no. Well, maybe kiddo wise, but you have plenty other spirit animals and wolves and stuff like that. So you have plenty more just out of the kiddos. You have Kathy. And I have a gentleman here who's been talking my ear off since I got home from my walk today. And I don't know, like, because I said, like, I just said randomly because I understood they were talking, and I was like, oh, hey, if you came from the store after my live stream, I normally do a crossover, so just hang out. Here's some food. I put food out we ate before we came on. and I even put coffee. So I was like, oh, right. Spirit animalkin. That's right. Welcome back, Shelly. So we were just thinking of what to do for next week, Shelly. What spiritual things didn't we go over yet? So that's what we were thinking, like what to do for next week. I have to research. I always like go to Google and ask it all crazy questions, and it always gives me like religion. And I'm like, no, I don't want religion. I want spiritual stuff. Like people know their own religion, you know. That's like, okay. But it's funny. It's
Oh,
like it
so
wants you just to know about, like it doesn't want to let you know about this spiritual stuff. Did you ever go over warlocks? Like witches and warlocks? No, I don't think so. I mean, I did like a history of witches and like how witches and warlocks.
on my page, there's a video of
I'm pretty sure I did that one year, maybe for Halloween, like witches and warlocks and how they came together, or like not how they came together, but how like they were deemed as bad and why they were, you know, persecuted and stuff. Um, you could talk about all the kiddos you have. Have like, I don't know, 70 or 80, unless some of them crossed over. Because there's, at some point, you're just like, okay, I know their names. If I see them, if they talk to me, I'll know which one it is. But some of them just like hang out that don't even. But let me tell you, after I did the yard yesterday, they were so freaking happy to be outside. And I was like, you guys can go in the backyard anytime. Like, you do not have to stay in the house with me. I just have to brush my hair and my arms are tired. Oh,
you got the
yeah,
long.
you have long hair. Mine is all the way to the side and it's also up. And it's still like pretty long. Are mystical creatures real? Well, depending on, we did elementals. We did a spiritual Thursday about elementals, the four winds, the four directions. We did
Indie cryptids, I guess.
we did some, yeah, like cryptid histories, like how, like cryptids, things that were once cryptid but now are species. So are these things that we see that are unexplainable, that we think, oh my god, is some creature? Is it really just like the kangaroo who people thought didn't exist and was a cryptid, and then it was discovered, you know? So we did that on cryptids. We did
Or are they
spirit
people that
guides, spirit
have
animals, that kind of stuff. We did
what's that?
fairies.
They
We
grow too
did angels, right?
it's some kind of disorder where they grow too much hair all over the body.
Oh, I meant like gods and goddesses. Oh, okay.
It makes you wonder if they need
That's an interesting one. I love myself. I love my Greek mythology. I highly believe that there are, you know, demigods and all this. Although the more that I started learning about the different things now that I've been learning about, the more that I realize in my head really that these like gods, as like the Greeks called them, were really elementals. Because like even me, when I first saw the one of the protectors, I'm like, it's a tree god. It's a tree god. I associated him with a tree god. So Danny was like, no, it's a protector. It's an elemental, like a wood elemental. I'm like, oh, no, but I'm still going to call him the tree god. It's like rude now. you know. So like these like water gods that, like Neptune and all this, I think were water elementals, because they are divine, so they would see them as like gods because they're above them, they're divine, right? So that's what I think. That's what I think they are, but I mean, I don't know. The demigods are twisted Roman Catholic saints. The demigods, right? But I think like I said, like Neptune, or like who they thought was like these different gods and goddesses like Athena and stuff. Um I think they were like elementals or angels, like
There's a show about gods.
mm,
Hang on, I'll tell you the name of it. Um,
I have the mythic tarot, which is Greek gods, yes. But I don't know. Do you guys like feel like that some of them may have been like elementals and stuff like that? Because the Greeks believed that like the four winds, they had their own names for the four winds, but they believed they were gods and they're deities. Um, but they in Greek, anything that's not a human is a god to them. So um, unless it's bad, then then it's a demon. But other than that, if it's good, it's a god. That's all there is to it. No, it's a god. Whether it be like, of course, under the original god, but they're still gods. They're those level. Um, but that does sound like an idea, right, Evie? Like it just would make sense to me. One of my brothers is
called American Gods.
covered in hair from neck down to back. Oh, we had a friend. We called him Hairy Mike because literally he'd wear a shirt, but it like be puffy, but not because he was buff, because he had all hair all over the front, all over the back, and it would stick out of the t-shirt. Oh, I was like, no, I can't. I can't. Like, I can't. Like, I knew. Like, I'm like, okay, I can't date anybody with that much hair. I don't know. But everybody call which Mike? Harry Mike, So then we just said like this because we had a lot of Mike friends. So it was like, oh yeah, Harry Mike, or they called at the time my son's father. I met him when I was 19, but well, he was 19, I was like 18. But so they called him Lairs by his last name. So it's like, hey Lairs, hey Harry Mike, because all their names were Mike. So we had to come up with nicknames. The Greek temple where the divine seers had trances was from volcanic events that got them in a trance. Wow. That's interesting, Carl. I'm gonna look that up. That's something I would like to read. When they teach you the Greek mythology, they don't teach you any of the good stuff. It's like, what you can read in the book, Pandora's Box and stuff, which is more half of it, I think, made up to just like keep people in check, but I love thunder and lightning storms and video most of them, and some kind look and some kind of look like creatures battling. Ooh, yes. Yeah, we were supposed to have it said it was gonna rain and have a thunder and lightning storm tonight, But then they changed it and they said, no, maybe like 40% chance of rain at like 1 in the morning. I was like, oh, okay. But just rain, not a thunderstorm. So I was like, okay. I personally do not like thunder and lightning. I never did. Why, I don't know. And my father, when I was younger, because I was scared, would tell me, he goes, why are you afraid? I'm like, no, like, like they're mad up there. That's what I associated with it. Like somebody's mad. Mother Nature, somebody. I knew somebody high up was mad because it was thunder and lightning. And so that's what I told him. And he's like, no, that's God bowling. And I'm like, what? He's like, yes, that's the thunder is God bowling. Doesn't it sound like a bowling ball rolling? And then if you listen, it really does. You can put that together. I mean, I was 6, right? And I'm like, oh, and then he goes, and then when he gets a strike, that's when the lightning happens. And he goes, and if it rains a lot, God didn't win the game. And I'm like, oh my God. Looking back at it now, that's hysterical. That's what my father told me, to not be afraid of thunderstorms.
Carl's in my chat on my channel.
The ruins of the temple is still in Greece with the vents. Wow. Oh, Carl is in. I'm sorry, Carl's in Mary's chat. You're right. I never thought of it that way. Yeah. Oh, he must be at Mary's. Yeah. Angels are bowling, my mom would say. Oh, angels. No, my father went straight to God. And if it rains a lot and it floods, he lost. Like, I was like, oh. And I was like, kind of like, and then I looked at my mother, and my mother's like, she didn't want to go along with that. But then, like, they would get exchanged looks. And then, like, years later, I was like, why the heck did you go along with that? And she's like, no, listen. It's like telling you that there's Santa Claus, right? We told you, yeah, okay, there's Santa Claus. So why can't God be bowling? I don't freaking know, she said. I forgot you're streaming too. Good one. Yeah. So yeah, he had an answer for everything. The lightning was a strike. Too much rain, God lost. Like, I was like, oh. So it just goes to show you, like, who told him that? Like, because my father wasn't like that smart to come up with that like that. So, I mean, my father was smart when it came to like technology and stuff, like computers that were just coming out. He was smart with that kind of stuff, putting things together, taking it apart. But like those kind of like swift, like, because that's more of like not a book smart, but a street smart kind of thing. I don't know how to say it, but like, we had a bad hailstorm go through on the edge of Nebraska, and wow, hailstorms this time of the year, Shelley. Phew. I was told thunder was really. That's interesting, Carl. I could put it up so you guys see. There's Carl, so I could show everybody my chat. See, Carl. Say hi, Carl. Odin's. So Diane says hi, Carl. Oh, let me turn off my camera for my last cigarette I have made here. I only made like 3 or 4 so that I could last the like 2 hours. I don't think I put the commercial on this one. Wait. No, we'll have to put the commercial on here, Mary. I only have the be right back sign. Be right back. Look how cute she is riding an alligator. This is if we need a potty break at the same time or something. I wish the hotness would go away. It's 83 and so muggy. Oh, well, here it's nice. I mean, tomorrow's supposed to be 85, but right now it's 79. It was a little muggy during the day. It was probably like 82, like when the sun was out. Now it's 79, 82, 83. But there was a nice breeze all day, and if you stayed out of the sun, it was good.
It's 84 here.
You know, tomorrow's gonna be 85. My aunt, her son gave her an iPhone. You know, I don't do those iPhones. I hate them. So it has like they set it up so she could talk to Siri, right? Because she was always losing her phone and everything. So she's like, "Oh, where's the phone?" She's like, "Siri, where are you?" And she's like, "I'm here." And then my aunt knows where her phone is.
This last cool day for us. We're hitting the 90s come tomorrow.
Oh.
For another week. 95 over the weekend.
Yeah, so she's like, "Siri, what's the weather tomorrow?" So they were like 85, but weather, New York, let's see. Nah, I mean, the highest next Thursday is going to be 93 and Friday 94. But the rest of the days, 88, 86, 81, 78, 82, 84, 83. So
5 on Sunday here and Monday.
So be like Sunday's going to be 78 this Sunday, and Monday be 81. Tuesday 86, Wednesday 88. But then Thursday 93, 94. Holy crow. And like Kim said, that would be okay, but then they add the like today we have air quality advisory till tomorrow, they said. But it's when you have like we have the air quality is 58 right now, which is moderate, but like sometimes the air quality is like, they put the warnings because the pollutants are so damn high. Here in England, we have weather. I can imagine you have weather in England. Yeah, but so they said like the air quality is bad. Like right now, like the Bronx has better air quality than Queens. Like I think the worst air quality out of all like the boroughs and stuff right now is Linden in Elizabeth Trailer has 55. But we have 54, so it's not better. But like Kim said, if the humidity would just go away, it'd be fine. 86 would be nice if it wasn't, if it wasn't humid. That's too cute. What's too cute? Ooh, it must be getting dark because some of the solar lights started coming on already.
Carl, it rains over there all the time, doesn't it?
Oh, in England, I'm sure. Oh, I didn't even put the banner on today. So terrible. I have this be right back too. Look at this one, Kim, with the little kitty cat. That kitty cat. That one's cute too. Yesterday was warm and sunny till 11:30 a.m., then wind and rain till 5 p.m., and then wind until 3 a.m. Oh, now that's cuter. Oh, you like the kitty? Oh, what your dad used to tell you. Yeah. He would tell me nutty things. I don't know. Like sometimes. But my father was a little nutty. Like my mother decided she was going to give me blueberries one day. And my father, talking about blueberries, right? You know, when you think of blueberries, you go.
I ordered me some blueberries.
They call that a blueberry. So anyway, my mother's feeding me blueberries, and he comes over, and my mother goes, "Don't you dare!" And he goes, "Blueberries!" And he does that, and of course, then I follow him. I was like 2 or something, and I do that, and there's blueberries all over the place. My mother was so darn pissed. She's like, "I told you not to do that." Because you don't get blueberries out of nothing. Once they're in your clothes, like your white t-shirts and stuff, that's it. There's no getting blueberry out.
Like blackberry.
Mm-hmm.
Or grapes. Red wine.
Well, grapes are a little easier to get out because
Yeah,
they
they're
have a lot of water, but blueberries not so much.
Blueberries, blackberries, the raspberries.
Yeah, even raspberries, it's hard to get out. It's true. See they turned on already the little. No, I don't know how well you can see them.
I ordered me some strawberries, some blueberries, and watermelon.
They're ghosties. They're ghosty solar lights. Ghosty solar lights. Do you see them?
Yeah, that's what we call them too, raspberries. But I think they really been doing blueberries.
Yeah. Oh, they call them raspberries when they do that. Well.
Must be a southern thing.
Yeah, well. Yeah, it's a Sicilian Italian thing. They just do it with any fruit. Let's do the orange. They don't care what you call it. They're doing it. So the light, remember I told you I couldn't get the light working, whoever was here yesterday.
Uh-huh.
So the light will work only at dusk. Because then when it got really dark out here, because I decided after I got off the live stream to do the crossover, it wouldn't go on again. So it goes on at dusk and then it goes off and I can't get it to come back on. It's supposed to be motion censored. So the sensor must be messed up or the setting is wrong. I don't know. Funny, every time the ice cream van drove around with the jingle, my best pal told the kids he had to run out for ice cream when Jingles was on. Oh, yeah, the ice cream man. Oh, the ice cream. I was telling my son, it's weird because, okay, we're in Astoria. In Long Island, the ice cream man came all the time when we were in Long Island. When I was younger, the ice cream man came all the time. So what are we in now? July? There has been not one ice cream truck. I haven't heard the jingle, nothing.
They're making them kind of obsolete because of the fact that they're getting robbed and shit. They're here.
Really?
Crazy. Well,
every every day in Long Island. And sometimes, and they would start early. I'm like, it's still too cold for ice cream. Whatever.
That's just
Every
here,
day
though.
they would come in Long Island. And I was like, oh, this is the best ice cream man. But I'm like, here in Queens, nothing? I'm like, that's so strange. Why no ice cream man? I don't know. Not that I could afford the ice cream, just that I liked it when the ice cream man would come and you would hear the jingle, and then you'd see all the neighborhood kids run out. But that's another thing too. There hasn't been a lot of kids. Like I don't see babies. Yes, like everybody's pushing the baby carriage, but
They
like
come here, but they come like certain times of the month.
yeah,
Right, the first of the month and
I don't know.
weekends. They pick weekends.
Oh yeah, you would think on the weekend at least, Friday, Saturday night, the ice cream man would come. Like around this time, after dinner. In Long Island, 7 o'clock, that ice cream man would come. Yeah, it's after dinner, 7 o'clock, the ice cream man. And I'm like, Mr. Softy ice cream truck and good humor. Yeah. Although, what's big here is the Spanish, like, the other day I heard this music from a truck and I'm like, oh, I go, what kind of ice cream man is that? And I look, it wasn't an ice cream truck, it was a chicken truck. And I guess they sold like chicken wings and stuff. It was a Spanish truck and they had this song playing. I don't know what it was. I'm like, it's the chicken truck. I'm like, okay, I'm a vegetarian, so I don't need that. But I thought it was funny. They had the chicken truck, but they don't have an ice cream truck. We had the ice cream van wars close to me.
They got into it really, Carl? Like badly, like got into it?
Like you would think, like I don't know, they would have like each, like
Oh, really, Kelly?
they would have like they do here. Any vendor needs a permit so they can do a certain place. So whoever has that permit does that place. I've
Well, I
never
don't
had
know which one,
ice
man.
cream from a truck. Yeah, no. I mean, when I was little, I used to, and when my kids were little and they would come in Long Island, like if I had some extra bucks, because I didn't take credit card, you needed cash. So if we had some cash in the house, we'd go out and get some ice cream. It's okay. Like a cone was like $3. You get a little cup. I don't know what it was. Probably around the same $3, and give it to the kids, and they were happy. Ah, that's clever. Yeah, the chicken truck.
Did you guys ever have the Swan trucks? Has food and ice cream and stuff on them. They go around there. They sell. Oh, I got some good food. Anyway, they got killer ice cream. They got this raspberry rumble. It's little raspberry, like really small raspberry chocolate cups, milk chocolate with raspberry syrup in the inside, a raspberry filling. The ice cream itself is vanilla with raspberry swirl through it. Oh my God. It's
Wow.
addictive.
Sounds delicious. Oh,
And
yeah. The vans were used as a front to sell drugs and loan sharks. Oh, my gosh. Well, that's why there was a war, not because they were trying to sell ice cream in places where there was more kids. It was because it was a front for drugs and loan sharks.
Well, you'd be surprised. I'm sure it probably is where you're at, too.
Nah, like, really here, like, people are trying to, like, well, I'm sure there's other types of people, but.
Well, I mean in New York, not where you're at.
But,
I mean, New York
itself.
Like,
yeah, but the thing is, drugs are legal here now. Not all drugs, but weed is legal. They have a weed store on every freaking corner. There's no war needed. And enough people are on weed that every store is making money. That's why there's one on every fucking corner, So there it's not legal, but here it is. So there's no reason for that. When you're selling ice cream, you're selling ice cream. Because if you're going to sell weed, you're going to open a store on the corner, It's just that simple.
Indiana's going to be the last state holding out.
Yeah. So, That's that on that front. But anyway, so now,
It's legal all the way around us.
yeah. Um,
Illinois has been legal now for, I don't know, 5 years. 4 or 5 years.
don't need permit to sell ice cream from a van, right? Oh, you don't there? Yeah, no. Here you need a permit for everything because if the state can't make any money, why should you? And then they can't tax you at the end of the year because they don't know how much you make and this and that. So
So you
yeah,
gotta have a license for everything here.
yeah. You need in the States you need a permit for everything. So you want an ice cream truck, you gotta have a permit. You want a souvlaki stand on the corner, you gotta have a permit. Those we have a lot of. Like we have like souvlaki truck food trucks, but they don't drive around. They have their permit where they're permitted to park
You can
and
set up a
sell.
little lemonade stand or something like that. Kids can, and not have a permit here. But anything above that, you gotta have a permit.
They had ice cream by 5-gallon barrels. Holy cow. That's insane. Um They had yeah, so here you need a permit. But so those trucks don't drive. They drive to their spot and then they drive to the garage where they park because you can't park those commercial trucks or anywhere either. So you have to have a special parking they have a special parking place where they clean it and do all that stuff and then they come back out in the morning and put it there when
Talking about
cooked,
swans,
whatever.
man, Shelly. I think she's talking about swans. I don't
Yeah.
remember doing it that way, but I know you can buy it by the little square box, like.
Mm. I don't know, but now I
In
want
a
to
bucket.
I should have bought some heavy cream today so I can make some ice cream. I make it myself, just heavy
Like
cream and
gallon pail
sweet
of it.
condensed milk with a little whatever flavor I want. Whip it up and put it in the freezer, and that's ice cream. Because now the ice cream has too much shit, it's easier to make it. 2 ingredients, you know. But I don't have heavy cream in the house. I can use probably milk and butter, and it will do the same thing. I think. I don't know what the ratio would be though. I'm always trying new stuff. If I could get away, heavy cream is so expensive now that it's like,
Hi, honey.
hi Jen Love, how are you? Yeah. Let's see, and that's the problem, Carl, probably because you don't need permits for any of that stuff. So no one was checking. Here, you need a permit for everything. I ran out of iced tea. I don't know why I'm so thirsty. I must have ate something salty. But really not. Well, no. I had a little tzatziki. I had a sandwich. I had my favorite sandwich.
Talking to Dirk.
But usually you're thirsty when you have something salty, and I'm trying to think, did I eat anything salty? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. So I had cucumber, tomato, mozzarella, tzatziki sauce with a little spinach on a sandwich. So that's not really nothing salty there. We had an old health clinic truck. Changed to sell everything. Had a hatch at the back. Drove around the area every night at 6. Wow.
You know,
No, we had the guy when I was younger. Like I said, the guy would come, truck, and sharpen your knives and scissors, right? Because back then things weren't like now. Nothing was throwaway. When you bought a knife, it was expensive, and you would get it sharpened, and it would work. Now you buy a cheap knife, it doesn't work cut anymore. You throw it out, you get another one. But they didn't do that back then. You bought a good knife, and they sharpened it. So
shit, I still sharpen them.
yeah.
They took
Love, Shelly. Thank you for coming in. Enjoy
Bye,
your
Shelley.
meeting with your son.
Take care.
Yeah, so like I don't know, my kids were younger, but I like So I hadn't seen a knife truck in like 20 years, right? And I was like in College Point. So right before I moved to Long Island, I was in College Point. So this is probably like 14 years ago. I heard the music and I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, it's the knife truck, the green truck, right? So I ran up, I'm like, no, wait, come kids. And I ran up and it was the same exact old guy. I'm like, this guy has to be 100. Like, I'm like, hey, did you used to do 47th Street in Astoria? Like 30 years ago? Like, what? Was that your father? He's like, no, that was me. I was younger. He looked exactly the same to me, right? He was old then and he was old now. But anyway, he was like, yes, I did the whole area, all of Queens. I said, I haven't seen you. And he goes, nah, people don't really do it. Now I have clients, they call me and I come when they call
He
me
still
and they
looks
come.
the same.
Huh?
He still looks the same after all them years.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like I said, he was old then, like, well, old to me. I was 6. So he looked like, I don't know, probably he was in his 40s. Right? Now he's like in his 80s. I don't freaking know. Like in his 70s, he's old. But anyway, like he was still doing it. But he's like, now people, they call me. So they call me to the house and I come. I can't drive around like that. It used to be like this block was Wednesdays. Like these 5 blocks were Wednesday. Like he had some kind of schedule and everybody knew when he would come, to our block.
Right.
Now he's like, no, they call me and I come with the truck and they come out. It's like, oh.
You talking about the Swan Man?
No, the knife sharpener.
Oh,
The guy
okay.
who sharpens your knives and scissors and all this.
Well, we do our own sharpening.
Mm-hmm.
My brother is a pretty good expert at it. Of course, he don't live here no more, but
Yeah.
neither one of them do by me. But I learned how, and that's Frank can sharpen them on a stone. So,
Yeah, he had, I don't know, this machine, but the thing was, back then when you really
well, yeah,
when you really needed them, they only had those little, I don't know, look like a file supposedly you would use. It never came out like the guy with his machine. So, and it wasn't that expensive. I don't know. 15 cents a knife. I don't know what he used to charge.
Yeah.
It was something cheap when I was 6, and everybody would go out with their knives and scissors.
Well, that's the best way. They do it on a stone.
Mm-hmm.
It's sharpening it on a stone. Only the stone's electric and it's going faster, so it makes it's faster. But
right, that's what it is. It's faster instead of you trying to do it.
Now you can have your own stone, handheld stone, and sharpen it that way. And that's how we learned to do it.
Yeah. Well, my mother had that. Like it was grayish and sparkled, and she would do it. But she's like, it never comes out like the guy. And I think because probably the faster is the better. And plus, it would do it like he would hold the knife steady, and the thing would do the whole knife. When you're doing it, it's I guess not. I don't know. It's not the same. My mother could never get it the same. It's taking it out to the guy.
It was on the list, but it did not say they didn't have it.
A guy I know repairs copper boilers and brass solders and repairs cast iron. Very, very skilled. Oh, yeah. Because it must be hard. You'd have to brush the whole cast iron. We didn't have that in Australia. My dad did it, and now my son does it. I don't like the knife too sharp. I would chop off my fingers.
Wait till the bags are emptied and then tell me whether you got it or not.
I've had a lot of accidents, but that's why I got this bowl, and you attach like different kinds of how you want things cut, like the vegetables, and then you just do the vegetable like that, and it cuts it.
Yeah.
But like, hey, face of ace, but yeah, and so I only cut like cake and stuff with the knives. But when you want to cut a tomato, it's terrible if you don't have a sharp knife, because it's just the tomatoes that give you a hard time. Everything else you could cut. Tomato, no. And I remember back in the day, they had that infomercial, and it was like this sous chef from Japan, and it was like this Japanese knife that supposedly cut through pipe, you know. But it's like, look how it cuts the tomato, and you wanted that knife just to cut the tomato, but it was like, I don't know, something crazy like $75, even though if it had a lifetime warranty, whatever. I was like, no. He drills the cast iron and stitches it back together. Wow, that's amazing, Carl. Amazing. We're doing good. We're kind of finishing up. We've been here almost 3 hours. I remember that commercial, right? Face to face. I still see that guy in my head, and how he sliced that tomato. I'm like, I want that knife. Look how he cut the tomato. And my mother's like, get out of here. $75 to cut a tomato. I don't care if all the little seeds fall out in the dish. My mother was like, I don't care. But still to this day, every time I go to cut a tomato, that commercial comes in my head. And I'm like, shit, I wonder if they still make that knife. One day I'm going to buy it.
Oh, the knife that cuts tomato.
The
Yeah.
Chinese, the Japanese, I think it was Japanese. Like
There's
this
one at Walmart that will cut a tomato really well. They have it's black or grayish type handle, and it's gray and white, and it has like a rubber type handle to it. But they some little sharp suckers, man. They will cut a tomato.
Yeah.
I got one laying, as a matter of fact.
I've been sorting my tarot and articles and listening. There you go. When are you going to start doing videos, the tarot of the day and stuff? Because you got all those cards, Evie. Evie's going to be like Cassie soon.
Right? I know. She's been gathering them.
Yeah. See, you could tell when it's getting dark. All the lights came on. All the solar lights came on. Ranko commercials. And back then the I don't have TV now. I haven't had cable since they took off my soap operas. I got mad, right? I keep getting secondhand 59 decks. That's a lot. I read tarots every weekend. I don't have that much. Oh yeah, you want to see? I was telling them. Let me turn the camera around, because I was telling them all the work I did yesterday, and I threw out my back. Anyway, I'll try to turn the camera around and show you guys, for whoever wasn't here yesterday. Okay, so I did all, these are my bucket planters. So anyway, so I have all my, peppers and stuff in here, tomatoes and all that. But then this is yesterday I started doing this, and there's 3. So I dug out trenches. I put topsoil, and I like tilled it, and then I planted squash and pumpkin in these. And then I had moved all these big humongous bricks so that I can make my little nook, because in the morning there's sun everywhere except here. So I made a little nook so I could sit in the morning. Yeah, I have my bird feeders. The bird baths. Huh?
Make your screen big so they can see you. See what
sorry. I don't know why it doesn't do the layout just me. I don't think so. Yeah, oh, there we go. I did the wrong one the last time. Anyway, here's the big. This is my nook. This is what I was saying. I was carrying these big, heavy cinder blocks, and that's what killed my back. I carried 9 of them over here. They were stacked up in the corner to make my little nook. And these are my trenches.
You got 159 decks of cards?
159. I thought you said 59. These are all my plants in here that I planted. I got the tomatoes. The tomatoes, and then that's eggplant, and then all the rest is like peppers. Spinach is gonna be in here. Yeah, this is my yard. It's big. It's big, and so there's a lot of weeding. Anyway, I got more pots here that I did. Pots everywhere. And then, here, I got more. And then this is, I have to still clean up the area where you sit because all the pillows and everything was so windy. But anyway, yeah, that's my yard. Vietnam knives are very good, made from all shell and bomb top metal dropped on. Wow, I didn't know that. We have Facebook secondhand buy shop. Oh, thank you. $10 to $15. Still, that's kind of, expensive. Like, I could get a new deck here for $15. No secondhand. I like making them myself, to tell you the truth.
Depends on what they are and who makes them, and they vary. But anyway, you can get anywhere from $5 to $50.
Oh yeah, it depends. Like that movie deck that I got. I think it was $12.99 or something here, and it was new from a store, and I was like, oh, okay. Thank you so much, Face of Ace. Yeah, and I did a lot of work on it, so I threw up my back, but that's what I was doing. Trenches and putting the, and I think there's next store to us, but not in my neighbor's garden. In the back of that white piece of fence, there's like the schoolyard. And I think they have a groundhog because something kept digging under the fence. So I had to put brick all along the fence too and put my table and everything. So hopefully it won't get through because I don't want it to eat my plants. I'm sending you 2 decks. Oh, yes. Oh, Australia, it's like 30. You're right. Probably Australian money is more. That's what she's saying. I can believe that. So, but I don't know what was digging because what other animal digs under the lake? So I kept putting dirt, and I even wet the dirt and put it up against there. And I'm like, no, the animal's not going to dig. If it's like a cat, or it's going to climb. And there's no dog in the schoolyard, so I'm like, oh no, it's going to be a cat. And if a dog would come in here, I would hear him, right? So I'm like, no, the cat's going to climb over the fence. Not gonna, it's not gonna keep digging, right? So every day the hole was there again. I go, no, I'm blocking this shit up. I don't know what it is, but it's not coming no more. Because even raccoons climb, so I'm like, it's not gonna be digging underneath the fence. Skunks dig, raccoons and do raccoons dig like that? Well, now he's gonna have to climb the little bitch because I'm not. I'm not having it. I've seen possums jump in trees like monkeys. Like, it was so funny. I'll never forget. I had never seen a possum until I moved to College Point. Because in Queens, where I am, It's not a lot. I mean, there's raccoons, but there's not really possums because of the fact that it's very busy and they don't love it. They're more in Long Island and like, but there was in you got to rest your back, you're telling me after all that. So uh, I was in College Point, so I'd never seen one because I came from Queens. And it was big, this one, big. I thought it was literally a monkey. It jumped from the tree. I saw it jump from the tree onto like somebody's shed, and it made such a thump. I got scared. I thought a monkey escaped. I grabbed the kids. At that time, my daughter was small. I didn't have my son yet, and it was my son's father's nieces I was watching, and my daughter. I grabbed all three of the kids, ran inside, closed the door, and my boyfriend's like, "What's the matter with you?" And I'm like, "There's a monkey." And I don't want the monkey to hurt the kids. He's like, "What the hell are you talking about, a monkey?" I'm like, "It jumped from the trees onto the shed. It made such a thump. You didn't hear the thump?" He's like, "Well, I wasn't paying attention. Whatever the hell he was doing, who knows?" And I'm like, "No, it's a monkey." And he went outside and he's like, "What shed?" I'm like, "That one." And he's like, and he was out there. I stayed inside with the kids. I'm like, "Nope." And he comes back. He's like, "It's a big ass possum." He's like, "That's a fat ass possum, but it's not a monkey, it's a possum." I'm like, "What the fuck is a possum?" I didn't even know what it was. Uh, if a groundhog just listened for Alan. Yep, we have a skunk family that keeps digging at the corner of the driveway of each of our houses. Oh no. No, I don't want any skunks either. He could stay there. I'm from the Bronx, New York City, and moved to Florida and Puerto Rico, now living in that. Wow. And so you've seen all the animals because you from the Bronx and New York, like I am. I'm in Queens anyway. You've seen those kind of animals, but then going to Florida, you have like alligators, right? Puerto Rico, they have big ass like flying bugs, I bet you. And Pennsylvania kind of has what we have now, I'm thinking.
They don't know.
There was a little male black bear hanging out in a tree on the college campus today. Holy cow. See, and they would tell me I was crazy, like when I seen these different things. I'm like, "It's a monkey." Then when I was in Long Island, I saw this. I don't know. To this day, I call it a cryptid because they just didn't discover what this thing is yet. But I saw it. It was in Long Island, and I was like, "I don't know. It's some kind of deformed bear." And everybody like, "Bears are not in Long Island." I'm like, "How the hell do you know that somebody didn't bring one here?" You don't freaking know. These people are nuts.
You didn't know what a possum was?
No, no, because I'd never seen one. Then I don't know. I was 21. I never seen one. I didn't know what it was, and I couldn't really see it because it was like 3 yards away. But it was in the tree, and it jumped from one tree to the other, and then onto the person's shed. So what does that? Monkeys. So I ran inside thinking it was a freaking monkey. Puerto Rico, big spiders and bugs. Oh, I knew that. Yep. Now, after that, I looked up what a possum was because I'm like, a flying freaking thing that's like a monkey. Like, I didn't know what it was.
And they got spiders big enough to haul you off
Yep,
to eat you.
that's right. But when I was in Long Island, and I swear, like I said, to this day, I still think it's a cryptid of sorts because they didn't discover it yet. But this thing lives in Long Island, and it makes the weirdest sound, like almost like, I don't know, maybe like a banshee or something. I don't know, but it stood on all fours, right? Like, so it walked on fours like a wolf, but it had a pig nose, wolf ears, but it had like a dog tail, like one of those little tiny itty bitty, I don't know, like Not one of those long dog tails, but like the nubs. What do you call those kind of tails? um, let me see if I could. It So the tail was like a little nub, like those dogs that have the little nubs, not those long tails, but they're like little nubby tails. But it had a pig nose, and the ears were like a wolf, but it had a long nose, so it was a long like snout, but it looked like a black bear. If it stood up, it was definitely taller than me. It made this weird sound that I never heard before. And at least other people heard it, like my boyfriend heard it at the time. My son's father, he was staying with us for a while, and like I remember waking him and like, you hear it? Because I had seen it like 2 days before, and everybody said I was crazy. And I'm like, you hear it? He's like, yeah, it sounds like an African. I don't know what the fuck he told me it sounded like. And I was like, we're not in Africa. I'm like, I'm gonna see it this time, because the first time I heard it and I kind of saw its shadow. So I ran to I had these 2 big sliding glass doors, and I just pulled open the curtains, and the things looked at me, and I was like, fuck, I'm dead. I'm like, what is it? And I couldn't wrap my head around it, because it was like nothing. I'm like, it's a bear that looks like a pig, that looks like a dog. Like, everybody's like, it was a dog. I'm like, there's no way. You didn't see it. Dogs don't have a pig nose. And they don't have, I mean, some of them might have that weird little tail, but I'm like, if it was a boar, because everybody was like, oh, maybe it was a boar, then the boar would have had a squiggly tail like a pig, no? Wouldn't have had the little nubby tail. I don't know. And it wouldn't have had wolf ears. Like, so it was weird. I'm telling you, if it stood up, it would have been almost 7 feet tall. I was like, what could it be?
I'm gonna jump over here. Okay.
Okay. Thank you for coming. We're gonna get off soon too, because it's gonna hit 3 hours. But
love everybody, and I'll be back. I'll be doing these with Christina, but it'd probably be the only thing I'm doing for, I don't know, till I get a little bit better.
Yep.
Anyway, take care, everybody. Much love. Thank you for showing my channel love and all that. My channel will still run as long as Christina's on, so you can just stay there and hang out with her.
Yes. You can stay. I'll shut it. Yeah, we're gonna shut it soon. Yeah, it was a big bear, a young adolescent bear. It could have been. I don't know. UK male badger up close. Yeah, but what would it be doing here? Like, that's what I'm saying. Somebody brought that thing, because I never seen anything like it in my life. Never ever. You see the light shut off? It's not gonna turn back on. I gotta get my flashlight on my phone now, so you can kind of see me better. Now it's spooky. Anywho, so yeah, I don't know. To this day, I don't know what the heck it was. And I explain it, and I tried looking it up. Weird animals spotted in Long Island, and at the time I was in Bayshore. Nope. I was the only one who saw it. And I'm like, it's possible. You could hear that thing. It was so loud. And it made a noise. Like I said, my boyfriend said something like some African whatever. And I was like, what? I'm like, we're not in Africa. Like, what are you talking about? He's like, that's what it sounds like. I never heard it again. See, once, and this was another thing. So I saw it the 2 days prior, and I was like, oh no, this thing is, so at night I would wait up for it, right? So when I heard it that night, and I told him, look, don't you hear it? He's like, yeah. And I jumped out to see it. When we locked eyes, and I was like, holy crap, I don't know what this thing is. I figured I would figure it out when I really saw it. No. Once we locked eyes, that thing never came back again. I never heard it. I was like, I don't understand. I don't know. A boar do have wolf type ears. But what kind of tail does a boar have? Because I think I looked it up at the time. And I was like, no, it doesn't have the same tail. Like, even a boar, it would be really, really rare for a boar. And it, because boars are a little more stocky, this was a little skinnier. And like I said, if it stood up, it'd definitely be 6 foot. It's, be between 6 and 7 feet tall. And like usually boars are not. But I couldn't understand. Like, I was like, what is it? And like to this day, it was so when people always ask me, oh, do you believe in cryptids? I'm like, yeah, fucking sort of. But it wasn't make believe. It was fucking there and he heard it. So I know it was there, right? So it's just a species of animal because it's so freaking fast and it hides and it only shows itself once. And if you see it, you're never seeing it again, right? It migrated. I don't know what it did, but it was like, no, she saw me. That's it. So it's definitely out there. They're gonna discover it soon. I should write a story and like name it so when they actually discover that cryptid, I could have named it. It's gonna be called the Long Island Bear. Since everybody made fun of me, like, oh yeah, Christina, the Long Island Bear, I'm gonna call it the Li Bear. That's what it's gonna be called. It was the painting piggy. Yeah, it was the painting piggy. It was not pink. It was black and it had fur too. Like it had black fur, like a bear fur. I told you that little tiny snubby tail. And and it was long, the snout. And with the wolfy ears. Oh, and the eyes were piercing. Anyway, so like I said, it's the Long Island Bear that I discovered. And it's a new species of bear that it's a bear that mated with a boar, maybe. We don't know. And that's its love child. That's what happened. I'm sticking to that story. How was your nap, Danny? Mm-hmm. Yep, painting piggy god. Yes. Maybe it was a painting piggy god. Was good. Good. Well, we're 3 hours here. Mary already left us. We have talked about everything under the sun today. Carl, please take care of yourself. Face of Ace, thank you so much for coming by. We always appreciate it. Evie, Kim, Lurkers. I think only Evie and Kim really have been talking. Evie and Kim and Deborah. Deborah, of course, Deborah. Shelley laughed. Make a cartoon movie about it. That'd be cool. You're right. I'm just gonna make a little like short, a cartoon short, like I do, on Saturdays. When my Saturday thing finishes, I'll make a little cartoon short of that. Yeah, take care, Carl. Take care, Face of Ace. Thanks for coming and hanging out on Mary's channel with us. And thank you, Evie, Deborah, Diane, and Kim for hanging out with us. Danny, thank you for coming back after your nap. And yeah, we're going to see you next week, Wednesday and Thursday, unless we see you before. But I don't normally go live before, but if something exciting happens, that will be it. Oink, oink, snort, super piggy. I love it. It's a super pig. Who knows? All right, I'll do the closer and we will see you guys soon. Take care, guys. Thanks for coming. That's the opener. Here we go.
Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted.